It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Call us on your cell phone.
Culinary Hotline Bling.
That can only mean one thing
when you tuned in on a Wednesday morning. It's time for the Culinary Hotline Bling. Tsing, tsing, tsing. And you gotta say this one with your chest. Say it with your chest, because it's the Father's Day edition of the Culinary Hotline Bling. We got Greg and Carl from Beer Country here. Here to best advise us on how to spoil Dad. Come Sunday morning for his breakfast, and later on we'll be sharing some gifting ideas as well. I'm very excited about this because we've explored all kinds of gifts, but nothing says thank you quite like breakfast and baked.
Absolutely.
Gents. Don't you believe?
100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, getting a great breakfast, you know, there's a couple of things. You've got your classic, your full English breakfast. You know, sometimes if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Don't fix it.
One of our other favorites is a cowboy breakfast, where you got one pan, cast iron, baked beans. And what we're doing is taking the best of both.
Yeah?
Yeah, and hooking that up. That's what we'd like to
An
get on
English
Father's Day.
cowboy.
Yeah, English cowboy, baked bean, cast iron breakfast thing.
Let's get into it. Let's get into it. So what do we got?
First, get some sourdough, your favorite. It's one of our things. Toast it. That's what we got over there with some mature cheddar. And then the way that we like to cook our eggs, big knob of butter in the pan.
Yeah.
Some of our favorite braai spice. Get that going.
So you had the butter in there for quite some time.
Well, it's, you know, a little bit of brown butter is never a bad thing.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, lovely.
So we're going to do that, let the spices heat up, and then you literally just pour that egg in.
What's the mixture of spicing here that you got here?
That is our special secret braai spice.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
We're going to do...
You got to make your own at home if you want to...
Well, listen, that's one of the gifts for dads, eh?
Oh, lovely.
Little thing of
Okay,
your own
we'll
braai
talk about
spice.
that later on.
Talk about that later.
Pop the egg in.
That's going to get going like that while Carl makes the baked beans.
Take us through it, sir.
So, baked beans, we've actually cooked our bacon in the pan earlier. So we've got all that nice bacon fat. We've got some onion in here, garlic, a little bit of red pepper.
Yeah.
We're going to put our beans in.
Excellent.
Everyone loves baked beans.
Yep.
And then we've actually got some chipotle sauce. Chipotle chilies are, it's probably one of our favorite ingredients.
It sounds so American, eh? Like Chipotle.
Chipotle chili, yeah. It's actually a red jalapeno that they just ripen, dry, and smoke, or smoke and dry. And you just get this intense smoky flavor, and it's such a... We haven't had it in this country for very long. Yeah, there you go. So if you can't find chipotles, you can always use smoked paprika and a bit of chili flakes, fresh chilies. This is actually one we made at home, because you can do that.
You can see the difference between the dark smoke on that one, and these are just normal chili flakes with the
Okay.
smoked paprika.
There we go.
And they just...
A
a little bit of fresh chili in the morning.
There we go. And listen, if you're looking for a way to zhuzh up your regular beans, that's a way of doing it. And also, please share your ideas on how you are planning on spoiling Dad this coming Sunday on Father's Day. Do so on our social media pages, and of course, also throw in your questions as well that we will take on. SMS the keyword breakfast to 33728, and we'll send you a link to this particular English cowboy, if you will. And if you have a fancy little wooden plank like this hanging around
For your dad in bed. And once you've got your beans on the,
Gents,
on the plate, put some bacon on top.
What on earth?
A little bit of that, a little bit of garnish to make it look fancy.
Yeah, get some of the eggs, salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper.
What on earth? SMS breakfast to 33728. I promise you do not want to miss out on
And
this.
that's it.
And that is what a Father's Day breakfast looks like.
That is what it looks like.
You can balance it in bed and not spill.
And then you make sure you serve it to Dad with a knife this size, so he knows how to cut it properly.
That's not a knife, this is a knife.
Could I have that fork and knife over there?
Let's go.
I mean, I need to get into this, especially with this being my first Father's Day coming up.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Welcome to the jungle.
Get a bit of that over
All
there.
right.
Yeah.
You know what, are you in there?
We're gonna go. No, don't worry. I
Okay.
just need a little bit of each element. What am I doing? I'm messing it up completely here. And then a little bit of
So
that.
close.
Oh, get inside.
There you have it.
Oh, we're working.
Will.
So
There
good.
we go.
All right, stay tuned to the Culinary Hotline Bling. Sing, sing. We'll be sharing some great ideas later on. This is good.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Call us on your cell phone.
Culinary Hotline Bling. Welcome back to your feel-good breakfast show on this Wednesday morning. Once again, time for the Culinary Hotline Bling. Sing, sing, sing. Greg and Carl are here from Bria Country, joining us for a special Father's Day edition of the Culinary Hotline. We're going to be talking about all kinds of things father-related, the inspiration behind why it is that you guys do what you do. Greg, you got a pair of braai tongs in your hands at a very early age from your dad.
Well, that was one of the things that my dad did teach me, is how to braai. And it happened early. We were in the early, I mean young. We were in the Kruger Park. I was 7 years old.
Yeah.
And they'd been kind of chilling for the whole day and everything. I think he maybe didn't feel like braaiing. Handed me the boerewors, handed me the tongs, kind of looked at me like, you know, don't duff this.
Look at that.
And,
Look, is that you there? That's you on the left there?
That is me on the left there.
Oh my goodness, that's precious, man.
Super cute. I don't know what happened, but anyway.
Age happened.
Yeah, no, but listen, braaied the boerewors and it was amazing. And that was the first. And that's what got me hooked on braaiing.
Wow,
100%.
man. What a story, what a story. Okay, but let's look at the table right now. And you've got some pork belly.
Yeah.
There's some ingredients over there that I can see, but also some string on... Okay,
Yeah, I mean,
what are we doing here?
Well, Cole's going to start putting the stuffing together. He's going to tell you about that now. I'll actually do that first, and then we'll go into it.
Cool, so what we've got here, we've actually got some grated pear, so it's got a bit of nice sweetness. And we've got a mix of herbs, we've got some thyme, rosemary, or actually thyme, sage, and parsley. We're going to put a bit of chili in, we're going to put a bit of everything in here and get it all mixed up.
That chipotle.
Always good. Chili's never a bad thing.
Toasted,
you know?
some toasted fennel seed, some lemon. What we're going to do is mix this all up.
You guys are all about the flavor, and I love it. It's not just like sticking that piece of meat on the braai. It's like, make it flavorful, make it, and especially after the breakfast we prepared earlier on. So if you've done this now for Dad, and you're like, Dad,
Absolutely.
today's your time to chill. You helped me learn how to braai when I was 7 years old.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to show you how we braai.
Actually, it's now not even Dad's thing to chill because this is now a present for Dad.
Yeah.
I've done it before where I've given my father a beautiful T-bone steak, and he still says it's one of the best Father's Day presents he's ever received.
Wow.
So we're not even going to cook this. We're going to wrap it, and we're going to make it look beautiful, and we are going to give it to Dad and say, we'll see you for lunch. Or for supper.
That's
Cook
pretty
it and we'll see you later.
Yeah. Go, here's the cooking instruction. You can wrap it beautifully. You know, we'll show you quickly. This is kind of not the cheat way to wrap it, you know, with 6 different strings.
Yeah.
You can do it with a long butcher wrap if you can, but other than that, this works beautifully. Wrap it in some wax paper. Be sure not to, like, hide it under the bed or anything, especially if you've got dogs and germs and everything like that. Yeah, it won't last. Keep it in the fridge overnight. Then wrap it quickly in the morning and give it to Dad with some cooking instructions and say, we cannot wait for lunch.
Look at that. So
Watch this here.
Pork to 33728, by the way. So now
actually-
you're rolling it.
Yeah, we actually butterflied the pork belly open, so you get this
Oh, look at
Really
the
cool
juices
spiral.
just flowing. Did you see that? I hope the camera caught that.
Yeah.
you get a pretty spiral when you cut it.
Okay, and I'm going to put these on because
What are those?
now we're tying strings.
Put on your good eyes.
So you got 6
This
strings.
is what happens when you become a dad. You'll get some soon. And now we are going to just make sure this thing doesn't fall apart in the oven.
So just to secure all of those ingredients inside that you worked so hard to get
everything together. It's all of that flavor that you spoke about just now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to make sure that doesn't come out of there.
So you just tie them all across it. So while
Tie
you're
them
doing
all
that,
across?
we're doing this now with pork belly, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Could you do this a similar thing with any kinds of other meats?
Oh, you could definitely do it with lamb. You could roll a lamb.
I think it's called a lislap.
Lislap, I think.
Yeah,
But yeah,
lislap.
you could definitely do it with other meats. You know, meat's a great gift. Eh? We always get the same things on Father's Day, and I think it's time to be better gift givers.
Yeah.
There's nothing like a steak or a ready-to-go roast, or just to, you know, take it up a notch.
I love that. I love that. All right, so here you go.
we don't need that
I'm
one.
paying
Oops,
careful
sorry.
attention because this is quite a process.
Like I say, sometimes you can ask your kids to, or actually you're going to be one of the kids, so your mom, just to come and put the finger there, so you tie it up tight. And then, let's get some space here.
SMS that keyword pork to 33728. Carl, by
What's
the way,
that?
do you have a dad's story?
Jeez, I do. I've got many dad stories. My dad, one of his favorite things to do was cook fricadelles, which is, I always remember him cooking fricadelles. He would set up the skottel, put newspaper everywhere, put like half a liter of oil, and make us fricadelles, which
Is that you over there, dude? Wait. Is that you holding your dad or your dad holding you?
He's very handsome. He looks just like me.
That's a lovely picture, man. Now, what a memory. What a memory. So look at that. So you've wrapped it up beautifully.
We are
and
going to do that. Let's not put
let's
it
move
back
this.
on there. There you go.
and then you're gonna
Thank you, Carl. You're going to tie that with a bit of other string.
gotta show you how to
Yeah.
do this.
That
How to
paper
complete it.
was a bit small. Make sure the paper's big.
It's big enough.
But it's cool for now. I mean, we are literally gonna do. Oh wait.
You are not going to be one of those people at the mall.
No. We're gonna wrap it. We're gonna wrap. It shows you.
Yeah.
But it's all
right.
cool. We'll
So
do
you'll
it this
find a
way.
creative way of wrapping it up, but I guess the essence of it all is in the flavor that you've put into this piece of beautiful
Absolutely, yeah.
pork belly. SMS pork, by the way, once again, to 33728. And as simple as that, that will be enjoyed by the entire family over lunch, courtesy of Dad's awesome brine skills. Gents, thank you very, very much.
100%.
When we come back, we're going to be exploring some more gifting ideas, right?
Yes.
Very, very
We've got
exciting.
a few.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Stay tuned to the Culinary Hotline. Bling! Sing, sing, sing!
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Call us on your cell phone. Culinary Hotline Bling. That can
Yes, it
only
is
mean
time
one
once
thing.
again on your Feel Good Breakfast Show for the Culinary Hotline Bling! Sing, sing, sing! A special Father's Day edition. We're joined by Greg from Beer Country, who's got his very special,
Hey.
beautiful little girl. Jade is in the studio, everybody. Yeah. Good to have you here, Jade.
Thank you.
Yeah, wow. So listen, Father's Day is coming up, right?
Yeah.
And it's on Sunday. It's a very special day, right? So you got to tell us, what are you getting your dad for Father's Day?
If I told you, it wouldn't be a surprise.
Oh, okay. So okay. Fair enough. I understand. Okay, but it's going to be something special, right?
Yes.
And he's going to love it?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Good to know.
Excellent. I hope you're looking forward to it.
You know it.
Yeah.
Of
But
course
you've got a whole lot of other gifting ideas that you are advising us to give to dads. come
Well,
Sunday.
you know, the thing is that you can go a lot of different routes. You know, you can go let's call it the normal route.
Yeah.
And it's never a bad thing. We love getting things like biltong for Father's Day. You know, always good. But something that's really cool is when you start making stuff yourself. You know, that's what us as dads, that's what we appreciate.
Yeah.
So, you know, we've got things you can make your own braai barbecue sauce.
Okay.
You know, put it in a glass jar, glass bottle or something like that. Braai spice.
Yeah.
Another one.
And that has a certain uniqueness about it, because once you've created something like that and gifted it to your dad, there'll never be something like that again.
Absolutely.
Right?
100%. Well, that's the problem. You need to remember the recipe, huh?
do you remember the recipes your father teaches you, Jade?
I'll try.
Okay, cool.
Well, this is actually one that we've got here. It's beer, bacon, and chili caramelized cashews.
Wow.
That what you
Even
can do,
say
Jade.
that.
Jade's actually going to give me okay. Your sleeves are rolled up. Let's get involved. Start breaking that up a little bit for me, please.
Okay.
So you can go ahead.
Yeah, so this is something that you can make for Father's Day.
Yeah.
Also, shard it up. Check it that.
Look at that.
And
Nice and
as you break it
caramelized.
up, let's put him in there.
And once you've done that, or if you actually want to make that for Dad for Father's Day, SMS snack to 33728. What are you showing us
100%.
over there, sir?
Well, this is the thing, yeah. I mean, the other thing is, you know, as far as Father's Day go, you know, depending on budget, beautiful chef's knife, always good, but make
yes.
sure it's the right one. Braai apron, same story.
Absolutely.
Really quality, can't spare on it, so make sure it's a good one. And then Jade might have some advice for some of the other boys and girls.
For all the other girls and boys out there who are looking for a present for their father, why don't you get them my dad and my uncle's cookbook?
Fist bump. There we go, we got that. So we do have that, and it is going. The recipes for this is definitely in there.
Brilliant.
And it is a great gift for Father's Day. You can get it at any good bookshop.
Yeah, fantastic.
And this recipe is in there as well.
May I taste one of these?
Yes,
Yes.
get involved. Let's go.
Actually, I'll have that one. Thank you very much.
Look at.
Wow.
Promise you, your dad will love this.
Wow. What do you call it? Give me the whole...
Beer, bacon, and chili caramelized cashews. You don't have to use beer. You can use water and everything like that just to help out with the recipe.
Yeah, it makes it taste good.
But super simple, takes about half an hour to do, and without a doubt, I mean, if you
Jade, what is that you said?
give that.
Beer makes everything taste good. Especially for daddy.
For Daddy, yes. This is
Yeah,
what
as long
that
as you're
shows
over
that-
18.
For Daddy. Listen, Jade,
Yeah?
what makes your dad such a cool dad?
Because he knows how to braai, he rides for us, and he's the one and only dad I'll ever have.
That is, I mean, how does that make you feel, sir?
Hey, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, is there a box of Kleenex there? Quickly.
No, we don't have it. But for you, Greg, what's the best thing about being a dad for you?
I think, you know, I've got two daughters, Jade and Amber. Jade's got a baby sister. And It's not how much I teach them, it's how much they teach me on a daily basis.
Wow.
Yeah, it surprises me every day.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Absolutely beautiful stuff.
You'll find out.
Yeah, yeah,
You're
soon
on that
enough.
path now.
Soon enough. But thank you for sharing a bit of your family with us, your beautiful recipes and these beautiful gifting ideas. And Jade, you're fantastic. Ready for the world of TV, eh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all we have for this week's edition of the Culinary Hotline Bling. Sing, sing, sing.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Call us on your cell phone. Culinary Hotline Bling. That
Just
can
as
only
you
mean
thought it
one
was
thing.
finished, no, we have one more Culinary Hotline Bling. Sing, sing, sing. Looking forward to Father's Day. Colin Greg here from Beer Country joining us. We've shared a great breakfast idea over here, and I think you can SMS breakfast to 33728 for that. We shared a beautiful gifting idea of this, man, pork belly. That
Look
you
at
can
that wrapping.
It's still looking absolutely magnificent. All kinds of great ideas, but we wanted to learn a bit more from you guys. So firstly, making your own sauces, because we said that's also
Yes.
a great gifting idea. What kind of advice do you have when it comes to making your own marinade sauces that you want to gift?
Look, for us, one of our best gifting sauces is a chili sauce. And it's pretty easy to do because you don't have to do a lot of work to it because a lot of the ingredients are fresh. So, yeah, one of our favorites is raw garlic, bird's eye chilies, a bit of olive oil, some vinegar, salt. We normally put in a bit of our braai spice and just blitz it up, and you get this beautiful, fresh chili flavor. And if you use the right chilies like Serenade or Serranos, you get a really fruity flavor. You can mix chilies up, you get different flavor profiles. It's a great gift. Goes good on chicken, goes good on anything, really.
Wow.
Char the chilies a bit first if you want a bit of that charry flavour.
You
can do that,
Really,
yeah.
really cool.
Do you have to dilute that? Because if I'm thinking of making a batch like that,
Yes.
that's a lot of chili.
We don't dilute chili in beer country. Psh, no, there's no chili dilution. No.
You can use red peppers to bulk it up, so you
There
kind
we
of
go.
yeah,
Okay,
so you
yeah.
kind of spread it out a bit. But you'll be surprised. I mean, in our sort of peri-peri sauce, we put a lot of chilies, and if you've got the balance right, it's flavorful heat, not just kill you.
Yes,
Kill
yes.
you heat.
Okay,
100%.
good. You spoke about the spice, right?
Yes.
If you want to make your own brine mix spice, what advice do you
Well,
have?
I mean,
there?
what
How do you
Carl
make
just
those
said now, like that's 100%, it's all about balance. And balance, and the second word is customization. So it depends 100% on what you're cooking. You know, this is our one, our curry dust. Yeah, lots
It
of
looks like
ingredients in
curry
this
dust.
one. Yeah, right. But then, depending on what you're cooking,
Yeah.
you know, if you're cooking lamb, you can start throwing in things like dried rosemary and everything like that. If you want a meatier thing,
Yeah.
meatier spice for like big chunks briskets or prime rib roasts or something, coriander seeds, a little bit of thyme, dried oregano, a lot of dried herbs, salt and black pepper, a lot of it, you know, great on beef. And then for something like chicken or pork or something like that, you can start going into the kind of red territory with paprika, smoked paprika, even if you go through the route of making your own chipotle chilies.
Yeah. Give
yeah,
just give us a breakdown again, once again, of how you
throw
make
some of that. Well, those are red jalapenos. So not the hottest chili, smoked and dehydrated, which takes a little bit of
It
effort
takes
and
some
a little
time.
bit of
Yeah,
time.
you got to smoke them for a good few hours, and then you actually finish them in the oven and dry them.
Well,
Yummy, that'll wake you up like a cup of coffee.
Hey!
It's a good smoky flavor, though. It's
Good.
lovely.
It's a great smoky flavor.
Yeah.
Dances around your tongue a little bit in its naked taste. Wow. That was not even a pinch, but I think, yeah, like you said, spread over
Yeah.
a beautiful piece of meat could really, really liven it up, especially what you did with it there when we made
You know,
the breakfast with the
putting,
beans.
using that in a recipe, all it adds is layers and depth of flavor, which
Yeah.
is what you're going for.
Absolutely.
But then it's also all about balance. Like, don't always eat the flakes.
And then generally, just last words of advice on man food for dad on Father's Day.
Well, listen, I mean, we've gone through a bit of it. You know, things like, you know, big chunks and everything, lamb shanks, ice pines, always good. And then I would say if the weather is rainy and it's raining outside, fire up the cast iron potjie and make that happen. A little bit of oxtail is always good. And yeah, cooking in cast iron is good for the soul. So,
Like I
you
said.
know, do that.
Gents, thank you very much. Perhaps maybe you want to give a special Father's Day message to you?
Oh, listen, I mean, for me, for my dad, I know he's watching. We weren't easy growing up, myself and my brother, and we caused a lot of trouble, but he always had our back.
Look at how you turn
And
that around.
always said that blood is thicker than water, and yeah, he lived by that. Thanks, Pops.
To my dad, I just want to say thank you for raising us, because there's 5 of us, and I don't know how you and Mom are still sane, but thank you. You did a phenomenal job. Thank you for that.
Fantastic. Gents, thank you so much.
you, my
Enjoy
friend.
Father's Day come Sunday. And that is truly it now for the Culinary Hotline Bling. Sing, sing, sing.